Hmm? Oh. Hello. Welcome to the Respawn Hub. Finest, well, only Respawn Hub in all of Arcadia. Here, you'll find a number of snacks and drinks to enjoy while you overlook the city. Respawning players and companions can be spoken to as soon as they walk out of those pearly white doors. Until then, please feel free to find an empty seat or spot of standing space to enjoy your stay at, or enjoy the sights and sounds of the city, and you can be notified when those in your party or faction enter the playable world again. Now, what can I help you with? Waiting for someone, huh? Well, again, feel free to get comfortable or enjoy your time in the city and get some prep done if you'd prefer. If you'd like to stay and sit, please be aware that you'll be here a little while. Though I'm sure you already know that, given your recorded playtime. I would say that you're pretty well versed in the mechanics of the game for a newbie. Hold on, may I pull up your stat sheet? Thank you. Wow, okay, so you seem to have been grinding for a while in the lower dungeons. You're only on dungeon 5, it seems, but you're already level 30. Why is that, if I may ask? Oh, yes. I've known many a friendly face who's done that before. You get one friend into the game and help her out with her first dungeon boss, then she invites someone and helps them out. So on and so forth, and since you're the most familiar with the game, they all turn to you for advice and guidance. Sorry, I'm rambling. Who are you waiting for? I can go ahead and hook you up to their statuses so that you can go about your day and still get here when they're back. Oh, you wanted to stay here? Of course, absolutely. Well, please feel free to enjoy some refreshments then. And whenever your friends are out, they'll walk right through those big shining doors. Don't feel like you have to stand either. There are many seating arrangements that should suit your fancy. You can get some preparation for your next dungeon crawl completed, do some crafting, to even use the in-game chat feature to speak with your friends and faction members. Oh, of course you can speak with me. What service did you need help with? I'm afraid I don't understand. What exactly do you mean by talking? Oh, you mean just talking. Of course. Yes, what did you want to talk about? My day, of course, right. Yes, of course. My day has been... It's been alright. Nothing much to report, really. I suppose I should get out more. I haven't really thought about how often I spend here, how much time I spend standing in the Respawn Hub, but I quite literally spend all of my time working at this quaint little hub. Not that I mind, of course. I enjoy seeing the look of adventure on the faces of those who come out of here. Anger, sometimes. Frustration, usually. But they always look ready to try again. Not to mention those who come in and wait. It's always sweet seeing others who care about their companions. But, well, I confess I don't really know about what the city is like outside of the hub's walls. I mean, I can guess it's busy. I sometimes hear racket outside when the doors are open, but most of the time it's just this calming ambience. I guess there's also probably shops out there. I mean, it's in my dialogue to inform the others about shops nearby. In the city, we have a hairstylist and tailor for your aesthetic needs, as well as an armor and potion seller to satisfy those dungeoneering desires. Don't forget the premium shop with special deals every month. I hear this month they're having a special sale for the Tanuki Ranger, a unique pet which has a 60% chance to increase your luck stat by 200% at the beginning of each battle, with a bonus 5% chance to increase your luck every round during boss battles. I'm so sorry, that it just comes out sometimes, But yeah, maybe sometime I'll see about getting someone else to man the hub while I take a little vacation somewhere, assuming that's something I can do. But what about you? How have you been? What antics have you gotten up to in game today? Oh yeah? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Not that I'm exactly surprised. Guiding 3 new players through the early game is hard, but working as a team does make the task a lot easier. Make sure to use a larger, more balanced team to help make your dungeon crawling endeavors easier. Ensuring that you have a tank, a DPS, and at least one support on your team will greatly improve your chances. That is to say, especially with the level you're at, I'm not surprised you've gotten your team so far. Speaking of, how far did you get your team? I can see their respawn status from the hub menu, but how they died and where is a bit of a different story. It's something I'm always curious about, but never really want to bother anyone to ask. But since you're here anyways, what happened? Dungeon 3? That's the jungle, I believe. I've heard the mid-boss is pretty fierce, at least to low-level players. The Monkey Overlord. Though it's really the reinforcements that spawn in every round or so that I think make it so tough. The Monkey Overlord has a wealth of minions at his disposal. Because of this, it's advisable to have 1 or 2 melee fighters attacking the Overlord directly, while the others, and those with area of effect attacks such as casters, fight off his legion of reinforcements he calls on. I do not envy you players. It sounds like you have your work cut out for you. Sure, yeah. I can give you an update on your teammates. Let me see. Okay, so it seems they all began the respawn cycle around the same time, which is good for you. You won't have to wait terribly long for everyone to come out once one of them is fully respawned. It seems they've got about another 10 or 20 minutes before they're back to full health. Yeah, it's about a 30-minute wait time if you die in a dungeon, which isn't awful, especially given the length of dungeons you go through, but it's long for a reason. I have a lot of people talk about how long it takes to get back into the action after they've been defeated in a dungeon. One option, of course, is to explore the free roam adventure map to boost your level, stats, and skills to make sure you can power through any danger. The free roam adventure map, of course, is available to all players. But for people like me, who like taking risks and reaping the benefits, there are special amulets I've heard that exist in the world. Once equipped into its own special slot, an amulet like this can cut down your wait time when respawning to 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even instant respawn time. That'll get you back in the action. The best part is, I've got word that these amulets are being sold at the premium shop downtown. How exciting! As if I can take risks while I'm sitting here all day, right? It's a bit silly, to be honest. Sorry, By the way, I'm sure you've heard that shtick about the amulets hundreds of times, but it can't really be helped. We need to advertise them as much as possible, with them being, well, integral to the game, shall we say? But enough of that. The point is that you'll be waiting just a bit longer. You can go sit down now if you want. I don't mind. Oh, I mean, we can keep talking if you'd like to. I don't mind that at all. What else did you want to talk about? Well, I'm most well versed on topics in the game for obvious reasons. No one really tells me about real-world issues, which I have no problem with. But things I do know about mostly involve tips and tricks in the game, as I think makes sense for someone who helps out people who have just recently been defeated in combat. I know a lot about the dungeons, if that has you curious. Yes, of course. What dungeons were you curious about? Well, if you're not too sure, I can go ahead and just give you some general information, if that suits your interest. There's a lot of information that even some experienced players don't know about, if only because it's not something that's instrumental to the dungeon's design. For example, the Frog Dragon in Dungeon 3 has a powerful attack which ensnares all units in a 3-tile column straight in front of it. But what a lot of people don't know is that it only utilizes this attack when a player under 50% health is in range. I have no idea why, but it really puts emphasis on utilizing healers and potions to keep melee fighters above that health threshold. Attack conditions aren't just present for that dungeon either. Each dungeon boss, and sometimes the mid-bosses as well, have a special gimmick. Take, for example, the Frost Siren Queen in Dungeon 8. I know you haven't gotten there yet, and I don't want to spoil you too much, but the Frost Siren Queen does have a special attack she only uses when nearby individuals are wielding flame blades, torches, or fire spells. It's stuff like this that really makes me enjoy getting to be a part of the game, even if it's a bit silly at times. I can't help but feel elated at finding out more about the dungeons that can be explored. Not to say the free roam maps aren't fun, but they don't have the same focus that the dungeons do. They're more generalized to make them easier to traverse, which, again, isn't a bad thing, but my primary skill set is talking gimmicks, combat strategies, and respawn statuses. When something can be summed up as, just keep hitting its weak point, or swarm it and you'll be fine, it's not as much fun to me personally. Sorry, I'm rambling again. Did you want any other information? I'm happy to share anything I can to make your experience in-game as pleasant as possible. Well, when it comes to not dying, there are general rules I find. Know the situation, of course, protect yourself well, and keep stocked up. The last two are pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you have good armor, and make sure you don't run out of potions or magic. And the first one really just boils down to what I've been telling you about. If you ask anyone, myself or people in the city, they'll probably be able to tell you what's going to be important coming up. For example, Dungeon 4 has a lot of poison and acid damage sources, so taking antidotes and some acid-resistant items and armor will really help you out. The nice thing is, since a lot of shop items are locked behind story progression rather than level, you can usually tell what you'll need by what you can find available in the shops. And of course, if you do die, The amulets in the premium shop will cut down your wait time. Though, as I did briefly and autonomously mention, dying in the free roam areas is far more forgiving, with a wait time of only 5 minutes at the maximum to put you right back where you were, and plenty of respawn waypoints at towns, encampments, and so on that will just automatically bring you back, assuming you don't mind the journey there. Oh, what's this? It seems your companions are just about healed up. In just a few short moments, they should be walking through those shiny white doors over there, ready to join you and take on the exciting world outside of Arcadia's walls. Remember, if you need to, you can feel free to use this respawn hub as a safe space to regroup, strategize, rest, craft, and so on before adventuring out into the unknown. I'd hate for you to have to come wait for so long all over again, but if you'd like to stop by again sometime for whatever reason, I would certainly be happy to accommodate you. It was a pleasure getting to speak with you today, and I really appreciate you listening and hanging out with me. Of course, thank you. And if I see your friends in the respawn queue later, I'll see if I can't do something to speed up the time on that a bit. Something like a pity buff for new players dying repeatedly. Now, here your friends come. Go on, I won't keep you any longer. Go greet them and get back to your adventures. And don't forget, if you want to cut back on the wait time after a dungeon crawl party wipe, check out the amulets in the premium shop to shorten the respawn time to 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even instantaneous. See you around, traveler. Have a great day.